So right here we have a TRD kit from second generation Scion TC or Scion XB, and I ended up buying this off Craigslist from a guy for $200. That is ridiculously cheap. I've seen these calipers sell for 400 on eBay, the set, but 200 the whole kit, rotors, pads, hardware, and calipers and brake lines, like that's crazy. But anyways, the real reason as to why these were recalled were apparently the brake lines. I guess they eventually started a leak, and then you would get the soft brake feel. And there's our TRD USA sticker right there. So I guess Toyota's best decision to, I guess, remedy this is to buy back these kits and give the user or the consumer OEM style brake pads and calipers and rotors. So I guess whatever the vehicle originally came with. So now there's like a bunch of these kits just floating around the internet or wherever for ridiculously cheap, because it's like people are scared, like, oh my god, the brake line's probably going to start leaking on me. But there's a solution to that. You can go ahead and purchase Stop Tech brake lines, which are steel braided like this, and I guess fix the issue. So kind of a dumb decision as to why Toyota did this. I would actually like to know why they decided to recall the whole kit. If this brake line, I don't see this costing them more than like $25 to make or something, because the Stop Tech ones are about 60. So it's like, did they really have to like just get rid of the whole kit for the customer? And like, oh my god, you're coming in with this beautiful TRD caliper, but you're gonna leave with like this boring looking stock caliper. I don't know, man. I don't work for Toyota, but I just found that really puzzling. So regardless, I'm gonna be installing this on my girlfriend's 2015 Scion TC. I haven't gotten the brake lines yet. I did order them from Jegs, but they were on back order from Stop Tech, so I will be getting those probably sometime this week. But I kind of just wanted to make this video to kind of educate those people that didn't realize that Toyota had to recall a whole like big brake kit. Like, has that ever happened before? That's really funny. I don't know. But anyways, for 200 bucks, what did it get me? These beautiful calipers. Like, they're a little bit worn out. You can see right here, it's all like, I guess you know what? It doesn't even look like it's powder coated or paint. It looks like it's vinyl, dude. Look. Unless I'm tripping. But they're not in perfect condition. But I mean, for 200 bucks, like, all this is worth more than just the material alone. So these things are really big. Like, this is the size of my hand, and I have big hands. So like, give you guys a little comparison right there. Sorry about my mechanic's hands. I was actually out here cleaning this whole kit up before I made this video, because these were in a lot worse condition, just dirtier. And we got our left and right rotor, and then we have a baggie of hardware and components, and then the stock and the TRD pads. So the guy gave me everything. So what he said was that I guess his friend had owed him money for some work he did for him, or I guess his friend owed him money for some work that his friend did to him, and he didn't have anything. So he was like, hey, I got this TRD big brake kit. Do you want to sell it? You'll probably make more out of it. And I guess he said he ended up losing money from this, because I guess he was having a hard time selling this, because he wanted the $400, which was his original asking price, and he had to bring it down. So then I scored this for 200 bucks, which I think is really cheap. But it comes with the dust shields. I'm probably not going to be running these because it just doesn't make any sense. I'll probably just cut the ones that are originally on my girlfriend's car. But just kind of want to show you guys a little bit of an overview, how these calipers look like before I do the whole install video. Like, they look really nice. One thing I did notice as well, I don't know if it's like a different thing, but check this out. This one says TRD on the back and this one doesn't. But I don't know why is that? I found that really funny. I don't know if they're like different time made or something or what. TRD US stop. But yeah, that's the whole kit. 200 bucks, like that's a steal, man. That's a steal. So while Clayton was working at Toyota, I did have him get me some rotors and pads. So if you guys do need replacement rotors and pads, here are the part numbers. You got your left rotor, your right rotor, and the brake pad set. It does say it's for a Toyota XB, Scion XB 08 Plus, but it's basically the same vehicle, I guess caliper wise. See, XBTC rotor. So this is all brand new stuff. I ended up buying this for about 130 each rotor, and I believe $60 the pads, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot exact total, but it was actually really cheap. So I was like, screw it, I'll just buy this and I'll hold on to it for if in the future I need to get the pads and rotors replaced. But these look already in pretty good condition, so I don't think I'm gonna have to replace those. I was reading over the TRD Big Brake Kit recall sheet, and I just found it really funny that they had to like help out those that don't know what a TRD Big Brake Kit is, and if the customer couldn't determine if their vehicle came with one. It's like Toyota couldn't have made it more simpler and just said, if you have a huge red big thing on your wheel that says TRD, then your vehicle is affected. Can you imagine having to pull in a Scion TC or XB to verify if it has a TRD Big Brake Kit and only get paid 2/10 for it? That's just so ridiculous. So if 1/10 is 6 minutes, then that means 2/10 is 12 minutes. That's a lot of time just to verify if it has a TRD Big Brake Kit or not. I'm pretty sure anyone with eyes can see this in the service bay when they're dropping off their vehicle. One thing I do want to try and figure out is, I work at a dealership, so whenever we get warranty work or stuff like that is involving a recall, if there's any parts that need to be replaced, typically we have to return the old parts to the parts department, and we have to get a signature when we return that part, and it gets attached to the work order. So I'm trying to figure out is, how is it that all these technicians from Toyota were able to like hold on to these kits and like not give them back to parts or give them back to Toyota for, I guess, warranty purposes or processing purposes? I'm not sure. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So if you worked in Toyota, I'm trying to say, if you worked at Toyota during this time when they were recalling all these kits, I would like to know, what was the whole process of returning the kits? Or were they just like not giving a crap about, like, oh, go ahead and throw them away, you know, you don't have to return them for warranty purposes or recall purposes? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'm trying to figure out if like all these technicians were taking these TRD big brake kits home and just holding on to them. Or I mean, I assume that's the case, because how else would I have gotten this kit for this cheap? You know, it's like, it makes sense. Like, someone out there is going to want this kit, and someone out there is going to make a remedy for this, which is the StopTech braided brake lines. So if you worked at Toyota, I'm actually quite curious to figure out how was the whole warranty purposes. Or I feel like I'm repeating myself now, but I know a couple of you guys follow me for the dealership life at Honda. So as I said, at Honda, we have to return all the parts, no ifs, ands, or buts. And if we don't return it, we're in trouble. Ask me how I know. One of my earlier days working at Honda, I guess I didn't realize we were supposed to return the parts, and I actually got sent up to the, not to the GM, but like to the warranty guy, and he was just telling me, hey, this is how you gotta do it. You gotta put it on your story as well, and pretty much go through that whole thing. So it's just some dealership life sort of thing. So anyways, guys, I've been talking and rambling for a little bit too long, so I'm gonna conclude this video now. As I said, I don't have the TRD, I don't have the StopTech brake lines in yet, They were already shipped out from Jegs' warehouse, so, or I guess drop shipped from Stop Tech. So I should be getting that this week, and I'm gonna make a whole new video or a whole different video of me installing the big brake kit on my girlfriend's Scion TC. So stay tuned for that. We also do have some more Scion TC content on the way, and I did not forget about 7th gen content, guys. Trust me, I do want to release 7th gen content, but it's hard when you've already kind of made the decision as to you weren't going to do much with the 7th gen, which is what's on my mind right now. But I have something up my sleeve, so stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned.